my brothers and sisters in Christ, I have done it. I have finished Rabid at 94,000 words. This is the 10th book that I have written, the first one being a collection of poetry that I self-published many years ago. Then, of course, I wrote 8 Alkhalm books. But this is my first non-Alkhalm novel. And as you can surmise from my glowing personality, that it is about demons, and it's brutal and extreme. I'm really worried that people are not going to like it. Like, I feel like people are vehemently going to hate this book. But then again, that could just be me and my self-doubt. So the story follows a man who attempts to unalive himself. And as he's laying there dying, he's confronted by the form of a fox. The fox is something that is a link to his past, a very traumatic incident. But lo and behold, the fox is actually a demon, and the demon takes possession of him. And what follows is a story about how the demon manipulates not only his family, but some of his friends too. This book also paints the similarities between demonic possession and domestic violence. Both of them, being very much about dominant, submissive, control, toxicity. I don't know, there's a lot of different themes in this book. The first third of this book, I would say, is very much psychological horror. Once we get into the middle part, it falls sort of into a little bit of romance. There's some spice in there. And then when we get to the last part, the last third, it turns up the dials to extreme horror. I'm still shopping around for a cover artist. I got to go through the editing process, and I got to send it to an editor or somebody. Then once I do that, of course, I got to get art copies, and I'm going to do a whole art cycle. But there's a part of me that is thinking about submitting this to a traditional publisher, or maybe not a traditional publisher, but a press. I don't know. I've seen some of my fellow authors get books published through certain presses, and I think I may take a shot of them. Like Darklit Press is one that I've heard of. I may submit this to. Crystal Lake is another one, but I don't know if they have open submissions right now, but I'll take a look and see. But it's going to be a while before this book hits shelves. I want to make sure that it's ready for you. I feel like maybe fantasy, when you combine a fantasy as a genre in with a series of books like Tales of the Alkhalm Forest, people have a harder time investing or buying into it. So I feel like maybe this book right here will be more of a success for me. At least I'm hoping so. So I want to make sure that my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed. So swapping over to Tales of the Alkhalm Forest Volume 6 for a moment, I was notified that my editor only has about 40 pages left. So I'm hoping that I can get my hands on the edits, and I'll get them done as fast as possible. Get the art copies shipped out, do a quick, 20-day art cycle, maybe 30-day art cycle, and possibly be releasing Volume 6 in February. Anyways, I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Another book in the books, as it were. Hasta luego.